Cantana is Betsy's Grand Prix Danish warm blood, and she is trained up to levels. For the past 8 years, Betsy and Cantana have competed here in the Midwest and in Wellington, Florida, specializes in dressage training, and has students and horses of all ages and levels on her dressage team. She's been riding seriously since the age of 12 and considers good horsemanship her passion in life. So please feel free to applaud if you like, because Betsy and Cantana enjoy that as well as they join us now for a dressage demonstration here today. Here they are.
Woo!
Hello there.
Hello.
Well, as he just told you, I am Betsy Van Dyke. This is Cantana. We call him in the barn Tanner. And he is a big fan of applause, just FYI. So feel free to applaud if you want to for anything. If he looks a little nervous, that's okay. He is a Danish warm blood. He is 15 years old. He was started very late in life. He was started when he was 7 years old, which is very unusual for dressage horses. They're usually started when they're 3. And as dressage has evolved over the years, it started as the cavalry sport and was used in the military forces. But now it has really evolved into a competition sport. It's in the Olympics, has been in the Olympics for quite some time, but now it has just recently become, I say recently, in 1952 it was open to women and civilians, not just the military. So we're kind of new to it, really. I mean, women and civilians, and we're getting better and better. The U.S. is doing very, very well in dressage now. In fact, we have a fabulous Olympic team. In fact, Tanner's half-brother is going to the Olympics this year. So we are going to show you a couple of the movements that you might see at that level of competition, and give you just a little bit of feedback about it. We won't take too much time so that you guys can get on with the show here. But tomorrow, if you come back, we're going to try to come around 2 o'clock and do a little glimpse of a musical freestyle so you guys can see a little bit of what it is like when dressage is set to music. So first of all, we're going to show you a couple of movements in the canter. In dressage, we have our horses in a very collected frame. We want them to be sitting on their hind legs, really carrying a lot of the weight on their hind legs, keeping their back up, so that they can do some of these movements. Much like an athlete has to have good posture, so do they. So one of the movements, if you watch Tanner's front leg, he's going to do a flying change. You'll see also that several of the jumpers will do that, hunters and jumpers, as they come over a fence and land to make a turn, they might do a flying change. Then we take it one step further and start doing them in sequences like this. These are called 3 tempis, when we do it every 3rd stride. Now at the Grand Prix level, we take it up a little bit more. We do 2 tempis, and then when we really get a little fancy, we start doing 1 tempis, where we change every stride like so. Told you he liked applause. He gets bigger and bigger the more you applaud. He has a huge ego. All right, another movement that we do in dressage is getting our horses to really sit and turn around their hind legs. This is a very productive movement when you are in the cavalry, have a sword, and have foot soldiers coming at you. Another thing that we do at the canter is the canter half pass. I'll try to do it in a couple directions so you guys can see. This is half pass to the left. Now if we want to go around this jump, we might do a flying change and half pass back to the right again. We'll do it one more time this direction. So a few more of you can see. It's a little bit tricky with the jumps, but actually they help us out. They give us sort of an obstacle course to navigate, which is kind of fun for me. Another thing that we do in upper level dressage are the two movements of piaffe and passage. Piaffe is a trot in place or almost on the spot. They are allowed to move forward the equivalent of 1 meter. Now Tanner's a little new at this, so sometimes he moves a little more forward, but he's very animated in his hind legs, and he really likes to show it off. Good boy. And so that's the piaffe there. Then we're going to show you one more movement here that is called the passage, which is usually a big highlight for people because it is very lofty. It's very fancy. It's like a parade trot. It's when the horse really comes off the ground, lifts his front legs and hind legs, and really has a long moment of suspension. When they have that long moment of suspension, they get very big. You might see a horse do this out in the pasture when he's trying to impress a mare or a stallion, depending on the gender. And Tanner is very talented at this, but I'll tell you a little secret. The more you clap in time to his passage, like if he's stepping 1, 2, 1, 2, if you clap along with it, the bigger he will passage. So we will show you this. This is something that they do in the cavalry to intimidate other troops. We're going to go ahead to passage. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There you go. He really likes to show off. Go a little bit to one direction so that the other audience can see it. And we'll try it one more time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good boy. Thank you for all of your wonderful participation. Tanner and I very much appreciate it. And if you have any questions, I will be available for a few minutes on Tanner. And I will be again back tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And we'll do a little bit of a musical freestyle, much like figure skating to music. And it'll be a mystery what the music is. So come and find out and enjoy the show. Thank you so much.